he was fascinated by the fact we lived on a farm. And so he decided he wanted to come help me do chores. So I was milking the cows, and we had a bull. And I let him in to feed him while I was milking the last cow. And Richard said, well, what's that one? And I said, well, that's a bull. And he said, well, don't you milk that one? And I said, no, that's a bull. He said, oh, you just milk him once a day.
We love to have city kids come out here. They got you unscrewed to death to get the milk out. We just said, oh yeah, that's the way you do it. That's the way it's done. Black Angus get chocolate milk, you bet.
That's what I told you, and you believed it.
No, you go draining a worm and you fed them to us.
Protein, huh?
Yep.
Protein, that's what he said.
Well, it's like we lived up in Centerton. I'll never forget grandmother Walter came to stay with us. And it was a cold winter, and we had a lot of snow. And it had thawed and frozen back, sleeted on top of it. I'd gone out and done chores with Daddy, and we came in. My feet were absolutely frozen. And grandmother Walter said, well, what you need to do is take your shoes off and go run around the house once. So
Inside or outside?
Outside. Well, I thought that sounded kind of ridiculous, but I thought, well, Grandma said it, so I'll try. Unfortunately, our yard went up like this, and we had like a root cellar. And when you came around the back of the root cellar, it was a downhill slope, about like this. Well, I hit that downhill slope, and I didn't have to take any steps. I went zip right to the back door. My feet were burning so bad, I came in the back door, but they did feel warmer. So she was right, I guess.
We always loved it when Grandma Walter came because no matter what we did, she'd say, oh, now, she'd tell Daddy,
Right. Oh, now.
now, Henry, I don't think it was so bad it deserves punishment. Keep talking, Grandma, keep talking.
She saved us from many
Many times.
many troubles. I'll never forget we had an Uncle Gus that lived up in Missouri. And Aunt Margie and Uncle Gus, my daddy lived with him one time when he was growing up. And Uncle Gus thought every boy ought to have a horse. So I guess, well, we moved to Pensacola when I went into the 6th grade, so I was younger than that. And so he bought me this horse. It was a pretty little paint filly. Dolly. The only problem was it was had run wild for the last 2 years with a couple of mules. So
hanging out with the wrong crowd, huh?
yeah, you could say that. So, and I didn't have a saddle. All I had was a bridle, and I'd get on. And she just loved to run under low-hanging limbs and straighten me off. But she was a frustrated cow pony. And we had an old barn, and it had the old sliding blocks. And Daddy kept wondering, now how in the hell are the cows getting in the barn every night? So he got to watching, and Dolly'd go up after we'd finished milking and gone to the house. She'd go up, get a hold of that door, open the door, round up everything in the barnyard, and drive it out of the barn. So, started out, he wired the door shut. Well, it took her a little while to figure out how to wallow that wire around and get it loose. Well, then he decided, well, there were some new spring-loaded wire steel door locks. So he got those. And it took her a couple of weeks to figure out that if she just got a hold of it, pushed on it, turned it, she could get them in. So Daddy was about at wit's end, so he decided that we would hook the fence charger up to the So he turned it down low, and we finished our chores. He hooked up the fence charger, and we walked out of the barn, went to the house, and went in the back door just like we always did, and turned around and came out the front. And we're standing there sitting on the porch looking at her, and it wasn't 15 minutes after we got to the house. She walked over there. She lolled her old tongue out, and she got hold of that door lock. She ran right straight back up. We thought she was going to fall over backwards. And I never knew Dolly could jump, but she cleared that 5-foot fence without any trouble at all. We had an old pear tree. We had 40 acres yours. I love you too, sweet. Back in the back corner, she went back there and stayed up there for 2 days. But we never had any more trouble with her opening the barn doors.